Hi everyone, myself Dr. P. Kanaraj, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sri Sanmuga College of Engineering and Technology. Now we are going to discuss a concept called parameter pausing in C programming. So before starting with this concept, we are going to discuss types of parameter used in function. So there are two types of parameters. One is called as a formal arguments, another one is called as an actual arguments. What is formal arguments? Arguments which are used in function definition. The arguments used in function definition, they are called as in formal arguments. The next, the arguments or values which are used in function call, which is called as an actual arguments. The arguments which are used in function call called as an actual arguments. The arguments which are used in function definition we are called as an formal arguments. These are the two types of parameters used in function. Next, now we are coming to the concept of parameter pausing in function. So pausing parameter to function. So there are two ways we can do it. One is called by value, another one is called by reference. So one is called by value, so another one is called by reference. Called by value also called it as in pause by value. So called by reference also called it as in pause by reference. What is called by value? So this method copies the value of actual arguments into formal arguments. So this concept just copy the value of actual arguments. So from the function call into function definition formal arguments. In this case, whatever changes we are trying to make in formal arguments have no effect in the actual arguments. Just value is copied from actual arguments to formal arguments. Whatever changes we are doing in formal arguments will not reflect in actual arguments. The second one is call by reference. This method so copies the address. This method just copies the address, not value, copies the address of an actual arguments into formal arguments. In this case, whatever changes we are doing in formal arguments will reflect in actual arguments. So these are two things. One is call by value, another one is call by reference. Within call by value, just value of actual arguments copied into formal arguments. In call by reference, address of actual arguments copied into formal arguments. Next we can see example for each one. First start with we can call by value. Let's assume there is a function void swap int a comma b. These are called as formal arguments. These are called as formal arguments. Then next within main function there is a function call. Within this function call these a and b we are called it as so these a and b formal argument, these a and b called as actual arguments. So where the execution begins, main function. So main function always the execution starting point. There are two variables created, a, b. So a, b. There are two variables created. That's a statement int a comma b. Next we try to get input for those a and b. Assume 23, 45 entered by user. So within a 23 is stored. Within b 45 is going to be stored. The next swap of a comma b. The function swap function is going to be called now. Here what we are trying to do, a comma b actual argument. Actual argument values are copied into formal arguments. So now, so value of 23, 45. So moving to here. So here these for this formal arguments created in memory. This a and b is different. This a and b different. These a and b are actual arguments. These a and b are formal arguments. These two are stored in different memory locations. So this is A, this is B. So now what will happen? Actual arguments AB copied into formal arguments AB. So 23 coming over here, 45 coming over here. So now whatever changes we are doing on these formal arguments will not affect these actual arguments. What we are trying to do, we are creating one more variable t here. So within t we try to store a value 23 which is stored. The next a is equal to b value is copied into a, this b value 45 is copied into a. The next p is equal to t value 23 is copied into b. So whatever changes you are doing, these changes only happen within this function, only within this formal arguments. Actual arguments, no affection, there no changes in actual arguments. After completing these operations, we are returned back. After that, we are trying to print value of a and b. What is the value of a and b? 23, 45 in the output. The values are not swapped. Even the values are swapped within this function, will not reflect in the actual arguments. This is the concept of call by value. Here, value of formal arguments, not formal argument, the value of actual arguments just copied into formal arguments. Whatever changes we are doing here will not reflect in actual arguments. This is a concept of call by value. Next, call by reference. Here, so we are passing address. Call by reference or call by address means we are passing address to the formal arguments. Address of actual arguments copied into formal arguments. That means passed to the formal arguments here. So as well, start with main function. We are creating two variables, a, b. Assume address of a is 1000, address of b is 2000. For simple understanding, we are assuming this address. So there are two variables created in the memory. First, a address is 1000, b address is 2000. Next, we try to get two integer values from user, 23, 45. We are getting from user. Next, we are calling the function swap. So here there are two pointers at that. So one is a, another is b. There are two pointer variables are created. Pointer variables can store address of another variable of same type. So what we are passing, address of a. Actually, how it is, a is equal to address of a. This address of a is copied into the pointer variable lead. So what is address of a? Actual argument address a 1000. 1000 is stored within this pointer variable star a. Next, address of b. This address of b is passed to the pointer variable b. So this address is 2000, just copied here. Here we are not passing value, here we are passing address or reference. So now the function starts its execution statements. There is a point, there is a variable t, there is a normal variable t, within that star a. What is star a? A value 1000, star of 1000 means value at 1000, star of 1000 means value at 1000. What is the value present at address 1000? 23. 23 is stored here. Next, star p is equal to star a. So what is star p? What is the value of p? 2000, star of 2000. So this is star of 1000. Star a means star of 1000. A value is 1000, b value is 2000. Star of 1000, star of 2000. So now valued star 2000. What is the valued star 2000? Star 2000 45, which is copied to star 1000. Valued 1000. Valued 1000 is this place. Within this place, 45 is going to be stored. This is 45, which is stored in star 1000. Value at address 1000, 45 is stored. Next, star p is equal to t. Star p is, this is the value, this p is pointed by star p. Value 23 is copied to this one. The next, we are exit from the function. We are coming back to the main function. We try to print value of a and b. What is the value of a? 45. What is the value of b? 23. Whatever changes doing in formal arguments will reflect in actual arguments. This is a call by reference concept. Call by value means just we are passing value of actual arguments into formal arguments. Whatever changes we are doing in function in formal arguments will not reflect in actual arguments. Next, we are coming to this call by reference concept. Here we are passing address of actual arguments to formal arguments. Then whatever changes we are doing here will not reflect in actual argument. Whatever changes we are doing in formal arguments will reflect in actual arguments. So this is a concept of call by reference. So what are the benefits of pointers? So pointers are more efficient in handling arrays and structures. So passing of function as arguments to other function. Pointers also a function in C can change its calling arguments. It reduces length of program and executes in time as well. It allows C language to support dynamic memory management. These are some of the benefits of function. So just now we discussed the two important concepts of parameter pausing. So one is call by value, another is call by reference. So thank you for watching.